Yeah. I know. I see you. I see you out there on Biz TV. I see you out there on Facebook. And I'm seeing lots and lots of new people, which I really appreciate. And we need. I'm literally sitting here on television, and at the same time, I'm looking at the stream, and I'm trying to get feedback from the audience. And I actually try to kind of like respond to people and say hello and welcome, and because I see the new names that I don't recognize. And every viewer matters, that's for sure. My friend Amal, who periodically texts me and sends me some really good content, she was a little perturbed with me yesterday because I said that she gets mad when I don't answer her quick enough, but she forgave me, which is thankful, and I appreciate that. Lots of crazy things going on that it doesn't even start to add up, okay? Because every way you turn, there are votes popping up. And there's votes popping up in every state. When they did the second recount, they found 6,000 votes for Trump. That's just in the recount. That's just they're recounting the fake ballots, okay? But at the same exact time, and people are out there telling me and telling you and telling all of us every single day that this is a conspiracy. Every article that you see says conspiracy in it, Rudy Giuliani's conspiracy, okay? And I want you to have facts, okay? My buddy, Dr. Patrick Byrne, you can check it out. He's all over the news. I've talked about him many times on this show. He's a huge entrepreneur, okay? He was the founder of Overstock.com, built it from nothing into a $2 billion company, okay? He's got, a master's degree from Cambridge and a doctorate from Stanford, mathematical logic and philosophy. So, this guy is about as genius can be. Put together this team. I call him the A-team. Okay? He put together this group of people that are the good guys. But the media wants to say this group are a bunch of hackers and this and that, and they're misfits. These are people who are patriots, and they're using the skills and the God-given talents that they were given to go out there and show America that, hey, this may not have been the fairest election. And up in Michigan, where I think we have one of our best chances to flip the state of Michigan, lo and behold, did we find some voter fraud there? I don't know. The Epoch Times reports on their Twitter page, Dominion alone is responsible for the injection or fabrication of 290,000 illegal votes in Michigan that must be disregarded. An expert witness for Sidney Powell's lawsuit says there were 4 physical impossible spikes, about 385,000. Is that 885 or 385, Mike?
385.
385,000 ballots. So let me explain this again, and I'm going to keep explaining it, Mike. We got to have Patrick's chart loaded in every day now. Do you know what I mean? Just because I got to keep pounding this because people say there's no evidence, okay? There are counties in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Nevada. There are counties in these states where there were huge spikes of votes entered into the system between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning. On election night, they stopped counting, right? And these huge spikes of votes came in, and 80 to 90% of them were all for Joe Biden. 80 to 90% of them only had one vote on them, Joe Biden, nothing down ballot. So something strange already, right? But upon further review, okay, the president has thrown the red flag. We're going to go up to the booth and do a review on this one, okay, because it could be a turnover. It could be a game changer. It could be a scoring play. So we're going to review this one. And on further review, you find out that, well, here's some JT fun with math, okay? In these polling places where they had these huge spikes, they're all in Democratic cities where these corrupt political bosses control the whole apparatus, okay? Now, funny thing happened on the way to the forum, that they forgot that you can't put in more ballots than we can possibly process. So in these concentrated counties, in these blue states and blue cities, okay, there are more votes that came in for Joe Biden than could possibly be counted by the amount of machines that were actually in that polling place. And you can look this up. We can go back to last Wednesday's show, check it out. I'm going to show it to you every day. But these ballot machines can only count 3,600 ballots per hour at max. Okay, so 3,600 per hour times 4 is 144,000 votes. Okay, so 14,400 votes. Now, if you have 14,400 votes, all of a sudden, if you only have 4 hours, then you can only get to like 60,000 votes. So there's not enough machines. It's not like a mathematical formula or a projection or something. This is a stone cold fact. There's not enough machines to come up with 388,000 ballots. So something gots to be wrong in Denmark, and I'll keep you posted on this stuff. And I'm going to get Patrick Byrne back on here because he tells me there's a whole lot more evidence. And from what I understand, not from him, but from another source who's working very close. We had Rudy Giuliani on here a couple of weeks ago, and I know a bunch of people who are around the Rudy camp. And there's some really good evidence that this whole raid on the server farm in Germany was a lot more than we're being told. Apparently there's word leaking out now that some special forces went in there. There was actually a melee. Some people may have wound up dead. But from my sources, I'm told that the votes from the Smartmatic machines went to a catch basin in Barcelona, Spain, and then they were routed to these Seidel servers in Germany. And from what I understand, the good guys, meaning us, the people who want a free and fair election, the good guys have the servers. So I don't know. I can't say for sure just yet, but I can tell you this. There is overwhelming evidence that the founders of Smartmatic and Dominion are still running the company. The founder and primary shareholder, who's moved it into a trust and a shell company and a Barbados company and all this other stuff, is a guy by the name of Lord Mark Malik. And Lord Mark Malik is known to be the right-hand man of George Soros. He's worked for the Quantum Funds for many years. And Lord Mark Malik and the Soros Funds have an office, coincidentally, where? In Canada. Where in Canada, JT? Right next door to the Soros Quantum Funds office in Canada. Strange but true. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more Liquid Lunch and Stop the Steal. Michael Wilson will be here, celebrity whistleblower attorney extraordinaire.